How's it going, everybody? Driver53 here, and today we are going to be taking another look at the production chains, and more specifically today, the oil mill. In this review today, we're going to be taking a look at the inputs, how much storage capacity you have for those inputs, what those inputs are going to be able to get you with your recipe, your outputs, how much output you're going to have per day, how much it's going to cost you per day to make that output, how much capacity of storage you have for those outputs, and also how much production you're going to have per year. And we're also going to take a look at selling and distributing of your outputs. Let me know down in the comments below which one of these factories you are using the most right now. This is the second video of our production chains series. We've already gone over the gray mill, and we will be touching on all the other facilities also. So if you want to stay up to date on those videos, consider hitting that subscribe button and make sure you hit the notification bell too. Here we have the base game oil mill. Your inputs are going to go right here. Your outputs, your pallets, are going to come out right here. And your manage point is right here on the right hand side. This building will also cost you $80,000. If you want to put one of these factories down yourself, you need to come down here to others and then over to construction. Then you're going to come across to production and factories. Then if you come down here, you can see oil mill is right here. It's $80,000. Once you select it, you will be able to rotate it around using your L1 and R1 button. Then you just hit X and it's going to put it down for you. Once you purchase your oil mill, you're going to need to go to the production chains menu and come all the way down to find your oil mill. And as you can see here on the left hand side, we have three different outputs that we're going to be able to make. The first is sunflower oil, the next is canola oil, and the third is olive oil. On the upper right hand section, you can see that we have our inputs of sunflower, canola, and olives. And in the bottom right hand section, you can see that we have our outgoing products. We have sunflower oil, canola oil, and olive oil. Right now, they are all set to storing. We are going to review the distributing and selling portions a little bit later in this video. In the middle portion of the screen, you can see the production status. Right now, it's missing materials because we don't have any inputs in the facility. You can also see cycles per hour is 2 and cost per hour is $2. Underneath that, you can see the recipe. So for sunflowers turning into sunflower oil, we need 200 units of sunflowers, and that's going to give us 100 units of our sunflower oil. Canola oil, it's going to be the same thing. 200 units of canola is going to give us 100 units of canola oil. And then on olive oil, we are going to have 100 units of olives is going to give us 50 units of olive oil. So that one is half the others. And remember, 2 cycles per hour on each of these. So for your sunflower oil and your canola oil, you're going to get 200 units per hour. But on the olive oil, you're only going to get 100 units per hour on your output. Now I'd like to share a slide with you. As you can see right here in the second column, we have our input. It's going to be sunflowers, canola, and olives. Now in the third column, you can see the input storage capacity. This is the max amount that you can store in this facility if you are not using it, or even if you are using it, but you have a lot of product, you are just going to be able to fill the max capacity up to 144,000 for sunflowers and canola, but only 72,000 for olives. Here in the next few columns, you can see the recipe input, the output, and the recipe output. So like we mentioned a little bit earlier, 200 units of sunflowers and canola is going to give you 100 units of sunflower oil or canola oil. And 100 units of olives is going to give you 50 units of olive oil. Remember, these are going to cycle twice per hour, so each of the outputs are going to be doubled and the inputs are going to be doubled per hour. The next 3 columns you can see here are the input per day, the production per day, and the cost per day. So for sunflowers and canola, producing sunflower oil and canola oil, it's going to be 9,600 liters of product that you're going to be able to use per day, but that's only going to give you 4,800 liters of your oil, and it's going to cost you $48. And you can see on the last line here that your max input usage for olives is 4,800 liters, and the production of that is only going to be 2,400 liters. And once again, this is going to cost you $48 per day. The next column here, you can see the production per 12-day year. Now, this is if you have your seasonal cycles set on 12 days, or if you're not running seasonal cycles and you're just going from harvest to harvest in 12 days. It's going to be 57,600 for your sunflower oil and your canola oil, but only 28,800 for your olive oil. Max storing capacity is going to be 9,999 for the sunflower oil and the canola oil, but only 4,999 for the olive oil. And the very last column here is the next factory. Unfortunately, right now at this time in base game, there are no other factories that are going to be able to use the sunflower oil, canola oil, or olive oil. You will need to sell 100% of your outputs here. Another thing I'd like to mention about your storage capacity is that does not factor in this area right here. You are going to be able to fit 4 pallets right here of 1,000 liters each. And as you can see, they can be mixed and matched, or they could all be one product. Now we're back in the menu here. I just want to talk about distributing one more time. This video was made less than 1 week after the game was launched. So in base game, there is no distribution facility that will accept the sunflower oil, canola oil, or olive oil. Now, it is highly possible that production chain mods will start coming out for FS22 here. And if they do, then these products could be used in those facilities. But at this time right now, there is no location to be able to use these, so you will need to sell. Now I'd like to go over how the selling works here in the oil mill. I'm over here in the prices menu right now, and as you can see, we are selected on sunflower oil. And on the right hand side, you can see that we have 4 different values for buying. And the best offer that we have right now is at the fast food restaurant, and they're willing to pay $28.11 for this product right now. The way that it works, whenever you have your sunflower oil set to selling, it will find this highest price right here, but it will not give you the full price. It's only going to give you 60% of this price for your product for doing the work for you. That's going to be $1,686. And in this instance right here, that's only going to be $1,687. And if we look back at our max production per day is 4,800 liters. On this instance right here, that would be a loss of almost $5,400. Well, that's going to be it for today, everybody. If you enjoyed the video, go and give me a thumbs up. If you got any questions about production chains or anything else with Farming Simulator 22, throw it down in the comments below. I'll be looking through them to help make some future videos for you guys. And if you want to stay up to date on those future videos, consider hitting the subscribe button. And if you do, hit the notification bell too. Have a great day, night, evening, everybody. Until next time, this is Driver 53, signing off.